Hello students, welcome to Avision SSC Bank Exams. I'm Sneha ma'am and today I'm back with the third part of pronouns and the final one. So today we will finish studying pronouns as we gradually prepare you to crack your questions in the exam, how to do them correctly and everything. Today we will be studying about demonstrative, distributive, indefinite and relative pronouns. Yes, I know it seems many, but actually it's not very hard, and we will be studying with the help of examples, and you will know how to use these and how to identify them in sentences so that you can correctly know the usages and perform well in your exams. If you haven't watched the previous videos on verbs, tenses, and the other part of pronouns which I have finished in the last few days, please go and scroll in the channel and find them and watch them so that your concepts get cleared. So today, without wasting much time, let us go and start off with our lesson. So today, as you know, we are studying these kind of pronouns, which you must have heard sentences like, this book is mine. I like that yellow dress. So what is the pronoun over here? I have turned it in bold, and so you can see here this, that, these, and those. All these are the examples of various pronouns. But what kind of pronouns are these and what are their functions in the sentences? That what does the word demonstrative mean? The word demonstrative means it shows you, it clearly shows you, indicates you. It simply indicates about the noun. So this book is mine. It shows to the person that there's this book, some book, which is mine. So it clearly shows us about the noun. I like that yellow dress. So the dress must be at a distance, and I say that, okay, I like that yellow dress. So I'm demonstrating and showing clearly that that is the yellow dress I like. These are books are mine. So when I change the number, when I want to indicate in plurals, I use these books are mine. If it is a single book, that is this, or single noun is this is called singular, and these are used for plural. Same for that, we use those for plural. Those pens are yours. So there are more than one pen and which are yours. That is always used for demonstrating things which are nearest at hand. This book is mine. It shows that the book is near me. It is nearest to me. Okay, but that will be used. This number one will be this, THIS. Okay, this is used for demonstrating things nearest at hand, and that is used to do the same for distant objects over there which are not near to me. That is why I've used that. It indicates, okay, it is at a distance. These and those will be used for plural forms. Okay, plural forms for this is these, THESE, and the plural form of that is those. So those pens are yours. So similar to that, those will be used for distant objects which are not near me, and these will be used for nearby objects. Okay, nearby objects which are near me and which are more than one, plural. Okay, but there are some more to remember over here, that you must have heard sentences like, or you might be getting in the exam, like, my views are quite in accordance with the views of the university. And now they can ask you which portion is wrong. Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Or is it D? Okay, and you get questions like sentence improvement in your examination, where you have to understand which portion is wrong and how you can improve it, how you can make it more grammatically correct. But apparently nothing seems wrong with this sentence, isn't it? Because it is almost grammatically correct that my views are quite in accordance with the views of the university. But there is something wrong. What you can correct is this portion. In the C portion, we can always write as my views are quite in accordance with that of the university. But how did it become that, and what is the function of this that which I have used, this pronoun that I've used? That can be used to avoid repeating the noun before it. See, there always already I have said my views. Okay, so views is the noun which I have said it once. My views are quite in accordance with. Now, if I say the views again, there's a repetition, and usually we don't encourage repetitions like that in grammar. It doesn't make it sound nice. So, if we using that along with it, it makes it more correct and more pleasant to hear. That will be the right answer, that you change it to with that of the university. That will be used for repeating the noun before it. When we find already a noun mentioned over in the first part of the sentence, if similar to that is used in the next part of the sentence also, we have to use that for that. Okay, that in place of the repetition, so it makes it correct. And the sentence goes as my views are quite in accordance with that of the university. That here indicates the views only. The meaning is totally unchanged and it is absolutely fine. It's just that the sentence gets perfect. Same goes for those. Those are also used to stop repetition, but if to keep in mind that I've said those is the plural form, plural PL form of that, and when we are talking of something more in number, we will use those. Like if you take this sentence like Mumbai mangoes are better in taste than the mangoes of Bangalore. It seems absolutely fine, the sentences, right? It is A, it is B. Let's make it C again, and this is D. So if you have to find what is the error in the sentence or correct the sentence properly, so if we use those in place of the mangoes, we are just avoiding the repetition and no harm is being done to the meaning. Those over here, it simply means these mangoes only. Okay, Mumbai mangoes are better to taste in taste than those of Bangalore. And why have we used those? Because it is obvious mangoes are plural. Mangoes are not singular, it is plural. There it was views, and okay, let me say that if you haven't watched video on noun and numbers, you better check that out, because number concept is also important for all the topics which we are going to study today and also later in the series, because here views acts like a singular thing. Views is like news, right? As I have already said in the noun and number video, I'm just repeating a part of it, but if you have to listen to it carefully, go back to that and listen to it. That views, news, all of these, they act single words, they are not plural words. But mangoes is a proper plural word, so that is why we have used those. Mumbai mangoes are better in taste than those of Bangalore, so we are avoiding the repetition of the mangoes again and again, this noun. To avoid repetition, we are using those and that. Next, we coming to distributive pronouns. Now, what are distributive pronouns? Distribution already means one by one or all of them, each of them. So the pronouns which refer to one person or thing at a time and a sense of distribution that each will get. Like we said in school that teachers are used to say, na, each student will get their food packets. Don't worry. Each of you will get your food packet. So what will it be done? It will be distributed among us. Each means a sense of distribution, like one person or thing at a time. one by one it will be distributed. Each of us will be getting it. So each denotes to every one of the group. Every one single person of the group. It should be, or rather I should say, every single person of the group is denoted by each. That means each boy will get a prize. I bought each flower for 3 rupees. Each boy will get a prize means every single boy will get a prize. I have bought each flower for 3 rupees. That means I have bought each single flower for 3 rupees. Each is used to denote every single entity of the group, every single person in the group. Okay, next we come to either. Either is very popular if we consider it from the examination point of view, where the various questions come from either, neither, everything. So either indicates that one or the other. It's not that both. If it is both, then we use both. But either me or my brother will attend the party. That means either the one or the other. Either me or the other person will attend the party. Either of you can go. That means any of them can go. Any of the two people can go. Either one or the second one. But neither means not one nor the other. Means no one. No one. Neither me nor my brother will attend the party. If we turn this either into neither, what will it be? That neither me nor my brother will attend the party. That I'm not going and even my brother is not going. So not one nor the other. Neither of you can go. That means no person can go. Out of the two, no one can go. Not the one or the second one. These are the usual distributive ones. Next we come to indefinite pronouns, which are usually indefinite in number. That means they do not give you a specific idea. They are generalized. They give you a general idea of the people, number of people. They do not specify how many. There is no specification of how many. That is, number one, if you take the example, one should always be honest. That means here there is no particular noun, no particular subject, but this pronoun is only the subject. Okay, this pronoun is itself the subject, but the thing is that it does not specify who is it. It just says in a general way that one human being should always be honest. One should always be honest. It generalizes. Number two is some of us are invited to the party. So that means again the same thing. It does not specify that who all are there. So out of the group there are some who are invited. So there is again a generalization that some of us will be invited to the party. Okay, let me erase this. Okay. Somebody has stolen the keys. Again, the same thing. It's just saying that there might be someone who has stolen the keys. There is no specificity in this assumption. None but fools take such a risk. So, none means no one. No one but fools take such a risk. Again, no specific things but just general idea. Did you invite anybody from your friends? So this is a question asking that are there any friends invited? So this is again no place of specificity but only general idea. Everyone loves Shah Rukh Khan. So again, this is a whole assumption that everyone. Here we are talking about the majority. There is, and according to the need of the sentence, that whatever might be proper and needed by the sentence, you have to understand what kind of a pronoun it will require. There are generalization things which don't usually require specific pronouns. So in those kind of sentences, these are most proper. What is everybody's business is nobody's business. Everybody, nobody, all of these are pointed in a general way. It already refers to persons, everybody, everyone, anybody, somebody. All of these are used for persons, and one also. One should always be honest. So it obviously does not talk of animals. This is very obvious. One means humans. So living beings. I should write it as L. Somebody is also a living. Anybody, everybody is not listed in this list, but anyway, you should remember nobody, anybody, all these refer to persons. And for things there are some specific ones like some, few, many, or others, anything. These of some of us, some actually can be used for both. We can also say some money is lost. So that kind of sentences are also fine. Here it just refers to indefinite amount of this money, or some milk is spoiled. So an indefinite amount of milk. So some is used for both persons and things. In this way, according to the need of the sentence, they must be written and used. And finally, we come to the relative pronouns which are there, which are as like all these pronouns, like this is the man who helped me reach today. Now, there is something which needs to be cleared out. This is the girl who topped the exam. These are the usual ones which you already know. That who, what is the function of this pronoun who? It relates. It just relates to this next noun. It relates to this girl. It relates to this man. This is the man who helped me reach today. So who is relating. Relating. Okay, relating to the noun for which is before this. So but there is this kind of sentences also. He is the boy whose debating skills have impressed everyone. So here the form has changed. Here this is in a different form. Whose is the genitive case usually of the who pronoun. That means jiska debating skills. This debating skills thing actually belongs to this boy. There is a sense of belonging. Whose is the debating skills? Who possesses the debating skills? The boy. The boy possesses the debating skills. But in the next one, it's a different thing. She is the girl whom we all praise. Who do we praise? We praise this girl. So the praise is related to that. There is a slight point of difference between the use of whose and whom, which I'll be speaking a little. He is the boy whose debating skills have impressed everyone. So concentrate on boy, number one, and number two is debating skills. So whose debating skill is this? Debating skills belongs to the boy, right? So that is why here we have used whose. The debating skills, here the debating skill is related to the boy. That is why whose. But here she is the girl whom we all praise. The praise is related to the girl. In the third sentence, there is this sense of belonging. The boy basically owns the debating skills, because this is something about innate skill which the boy has. So that is why there is a use of whose. But if it is a normal thing like she is the girl whom we all praise, so here the praise is related to the girl. We move on to the next example, that is the books which help you develop your personality are important. So the books which will be used for non-living objects, always non L, okay, non L, non-living. I have lost the watch that you gifted. That is also a relative pronoun over here, not in other sentences, because in the previous pronoun video we already studied about that. Here, whatever be the pronoun, be it who, whose, anything, it relates to the noun which is just before the thing, just before the pronoun, the boy, girl, man, book, watch, whatever noun is there, be it living or non-living, it relates to that, it reflects to that. Regarding the use of whose and whom, usually we have to understand the meaning in the sentence, that if it is related to some thing, some talent or anything which comes from inside the noun, which comes from inside this man or boy or girl, it will be whose. For example, let me tell you another example which is related to a non-living item, that is the sun whose rays give life to the earth is regarded by some people as a god. So what is the basic thing in this sentence? The sun, will it be the sun whom rays? No, never. Because the sun, the rays come from within the sun. It is coming from within the sun. So in the same manner, here the debating skills are coming from within the boy. Something which belongs to the boy. The rays belong to the sun. That is why it is whose rays. This is the question whose solution has baffled philosophers of all ages. So, to whom does the solution belong? To the question itself, obviously. The question whose solution? It cannot be the question whom solution. Whom is in a different thing, because she is the girl whom we all praise. Here the human is important. For what purpose, or anything which is coming from within the noun is not important. There is, as you can see here, we only have the thing of the girl, the idea, and just the praise. There is nothing about related to whatever talent the girl has, or anything which comes from within the girl, something which belongs to the girl. No, it's not like that. It's just whom we all praise. That means who is praised? The girl is praised. So you have to decide that what kind of question is the pronoun answering. For whom, it will be like who is done this, who is praised, who is called? The girl. So whom we all praise. And for whose, it is that who does it belong to, whose possession is there. So the boy's possession is there on the debating skills. So that is why we have used whose. So in this way, if you study and try to understand the examples, that won't be much of a problem. Otherwise, there's no point mugging up all the rules and everything. There's something more to it, that for interrogative pronouns also, who and what, they are also sometimes regarded as a relative pronoun, and that is used along with that. Okay, all is not gold that glitters. So here that is the relative pronoun. What refers to things only. What cannot be cured must be endured. I say what I mean. So what is only used for things, who and whose, everything, all this will be used for living beings. And regarding whose and whom, out of all this list, whose and whom will be most important for your exams, because there is always this confusion among students, like whether to use this, is there any error, or if there is wrong, if you don't know the rules, you will just skip the error and think that okay, the sentence is correct. But you should ask yourself that what kind of question is the pronoun answering. For whose, there's the sense of belonging, and for whom, it is just related, it is just who is praised, the girl is praised. So it can also be she is the girl who we all praise or whom we praise, both are almost same. And for whose, there is a sense of belonging and possession also. Who possesses the debating skills? The boy possesses. So it's related to that. If I have to quickly recap whatever we studied today, it will be demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative means to show you, to indicate you clearly that this is the book I like, these are the things I need for my work. So, and this and these are always used for things nearby my hand, okay, in front of my hand. For that and those, always distant things, distant places, distant objects, these are demonstrated by me. I talk about that. I like that yellow dress. Okay, that means it is not near me now. And those, this pronoun those is the plural of that, and these is the plural of this. Again, that and those are used for avoiding a repetition of the noun before it. My views are quite in accordance with the views of the university. No point in repeating the views, it doesn't make the sentence proper, right? So instead of that, this second views, we can always shift to that, okay? The meaning remains the same, but this use of that will be in place of this repetition of the views. This second noun will not be repeated anymore. For those, it will be a plural thing, almost the same logic. Mumbai mangoes are better in taste than the mangoes of Bangalore, than those of Bangalore, because just it speaks of a plural thing, that is why. Under distributive pronouns, there is a sense of every single one of the group. So for that we use each. Each means every single member of a group. Each boy will get a prize. Each of you will get their food packets. I bought each flower for 3 rupees. So every one single item or member of any group. Either means one or the other, and neither is no one, not one or the other, no one of the two. Indefinite is something which is not specific, okay? It will not be specified. It's just a general outlook. One, somebody, anybody, nobody, everybody, all will be used for living things. And some is actually used for both. Like some of us are invited to the party. Some milk was spilled, like this, okay? It's not, both are correct. So some is used for both living and non-living. It does not specify the quantity or how many or the number. It just gives you an idea. It just gives you a general counting. Next and the last one is relative. What does it do? The pronoun relates. It relates to the noun before it. See, this is the boy, this is the man who helped me reach home today. So what is the use of who? Who is related to what? This man who is just before the pronoun. This is the girl who topped the exam. So what is the role of this who? Relating to this noun before it. For regarding whose and whom, I have repeated almost quite a few times that whose will answer a question of belonging. Like whose debating skill? You have to ask whose debating skills? The boy. So that is why whose relates to the boy. And whom we all praise. Who do we praise? The girl we praise. We praise the girl. So whom. Whom will answer a person, and whose is a answer of belonging. The books which help you develop your personality are important. So which will be used for any non-living item like books and anything, that is also used in place of that if it is okay in the sentence. I've lost the watch that you gifted. So that means what? A sense of past, right? That is not anymore in front of the person because the person has already lost the watch. So it is okay. All of these relates to the noun just before the pronouns. So these are the almost usual important things which are needed to know from your exam, because always the questions are asked from the exceptions. Today we are finished with pronouns. Pronouns are basically done, and if you haven't yet watched the previous videos, please do check out them. And from tomorrow we will be moving on to the next topics. Most probably we will be studying voice, and let me tell you, voice, almost 10 to 15 questions are asked in the exam, in from your exam, out of voice chapter. Okay, you have to know the rules and usages of voice and practice a lot of exercises. So for today, let us just discard this. Okay, today we have to finish it up for today. Goodbye students, and tomorrow we come back to voice and we will start our video. Thank you.